Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Northern Ag TV. There are a lot of conventions and conferences happening throughout the next coming months. Probably the one most valuable and beneficial ones, however, happens to be on the High Line, and it's at the end of this month. That's the Montana Next Generation Conference in Shelby that covers a lot of topics that are pertinent to the ag industry. Now, Glacier County Extension Agent Kari Lewis told me, despite the name sounding like it's only for the next generation, there are a lot of courses and seminars that are beneficial for folks like maybe myself that are not exactly a spring chicken anymore.
Certainly called the Next Generation Conference, but we have folks of all ages and generations participate because not only is it for beginning producers, we have workshops for experienced producers, and so we focus on crops, livestock, accounting, business type classes, and then also succession planning. So starting that conversation, giving you resources for how are we going to transition this farm or ranch to the next generation, or what does that look like for our operation?
Now, the learning opportunities are legitimately in a school setting, with the conference taking place at the Shelby High School. Lewis said that it's best for the attendees to bring a learning buddy because there are so many different courses happening all at once.
We're at the Shelby High School, and so every single hour we have workshops in 6 different classrooms. And so every hour we typically have something related to crops, livestock, business type classes, succession planning. So every single hour somebody should find 1 or 2 or 3 classes that really fit their operation. And typically what we actually hear from folks is they say, I want to go to 3 or 4 this hour, and they're at the same time. And we think that's a good thing. We say, well, then you better bring along your neighbor or your spouse so you guys can tag team and hit those classes and come back and share notes.
There are also a lot of different local and national speakers coming to present the latest information to the ag producers, including the shark farmer who will share his story of his family coming back after the hog market crash of the 1990s and rebuilt their farm operation with a goal in mind to make it possible to bring their children back into the operation.
Kind of will share his story about how they went through some tough times there, but also how he's brought the next generation back. They've added a hunting enterprise to their operation. So how do you be innovative to be profitable on the farm and ranch when there's tough times? And how do you navigate all that? How do you continue to keep the operation in business? And so I think he'll be very inspirational. I think he's going to have some humor in there as well, but some good ideas and just some innovation too. So, there's, especially on the crop side, things are tough right now. And so I think it's important that we take time to come and gather and visit with our neighbors and get fired up for the coming year too.
Kari said the conference for the next generation crowd is likely going to have those kids to take care of, so they've offered a daycare for the children while the parents are in the classrooms learning.
We also have daycare available on site. So if you have little ones, you can bring them along, and for $15 for the whole day, we'll keep an eye on them and get them snacks as well. So we don't want anybody to stay home and have to take care of the kids. Come, bring the whole family, take advantage of this opportunity.
As mentioned, the Next Generation Conference will be in Shelby on January 30th, and you have a week left for the early sign-up discount and that registration of just $25 at mtnextgen.com. Well, that's going to do it for today's Northern Ag TV. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.